You might have seen some of these visuals on social media or experienced few hiccups yourself. Ever since India adopted ethanol blending beyond 20%, various complaints started pouring in. But before we discuss that, we should discuss something else. The US-Iran war has shown us how much India is dependent on imported crude oil. Within few months of Hormuz Strait closure, India lost about $46 billion forex reserve. As a consumer, we can feel that cost of every essential item has increased, like milk, fruit, vegetables. But why? Well, one reason is that transportation cost has increased. The crude oil not only increases the price of transportation, but everything relying on logistics. And we have no control over it until we become self-reliant. Our country was aware of this more than 2 decades ago. That's why we started Ethanol Blending Petroleum program in 2003, and the goals were always the same: reduce crude oil import, reduce forex outflow, and reduce carbon emission. Firstly, I will discuss what we gained. Then I will come to what problem we are facing, and finally the root cause. Ethanol is a renewable biofuel primarily made from biomass like sugarcane, corn, rice and other crops via fermentation. It has clean burning properties and high octane rating. Therefore, when it is blended with gasoline, greenhouse gas emission is reduced. As per reports, ethanol blending has displaced millions of tons of imported crude oil, therefore enhancing India's energy security. Since the inception of program, India has conserved over 1.4 lakh crore rupees worth of foreign exchange. This initiative has attracted over 42,000 crore rupees in capital investment to set up modern distilleries and multi-feedback ethanol plants. Ethanol procurement has added over 1.21 lakh crore rupees to the income of farmers and producers. Now, if everything is good, then why there is so much noise? Let's dig in. We will start with the production of ethanol, and mind, it does not begin at distilleries, it begins at agricultural land. Based on various reports, generating 1 liter of ethanol from sugarcane requires about 3000 liters of water. And the water requirement is even higher for rice-based ethanol. The food versus fuel debate is continuously challenging the blending program, particularly because its production is based on food crops like sugarcane, corn, rice, etc. Until the blending concentration was 10%, the effect was not that visible because surplus food grains from Food Corporation of India was used to produce ethanol. But now, when the country has already achieved E20 and targeting for more, the demand of food grains have also increased. As per India Today report, 52 tons of rice was allocated for ethanol production in 24-25 and about 90 tons of rice in 25-26. The required rice comes from the share of broken rice earlier distributed to poor households. But now, this share of the poor has been reduced. Due to high demand of ethanol for blended fuel, the source is not the surplus grains anymore. More crop production is being pushed, creating a different market altogether. The new market is not driven by food demand, but by ethanol production for E20, leading to overutilization of water and other resources. Therefore, water scarcity, if happens, will be policy induced in addition to natural causes. Many Indian motorists have voiced major complaints regarding mandatory rollout of 20% blended ethanol petrol. Chief complaints include reduced mileage, rusting of fuel tanks, cold starting issues, and many more. Since the ethanol is hygroscopic in nature, it absorbs moisture, and after some time, moisture and ethanol settles at the bottom of fuel tank, causing corrosion. Also, there are some allegations that insurance claims are getting rejected if the damage is caused by E20 fuel. However, the Ministry of Petroleum and Natural Gas has issued an explanation that ethanol blending program is scientifically validated and closely monitored by the government. And the claims on social media are misleading. In the press release, the government has rejected the possibility of engine failure and rusting due to moisture because the modern designs are capable of preventing these problems. The ministry has also rejected the claim that insurance policies are affected by E20 usage. So, why people are complaining then? See, the vehicles manufactured and sold after April 2023 onwards are E20 compliant. But the older cars and motorcycles can face potential mechanical degradation as most of these vehicles can handle up to E10 fuel. Majority of middle-class Indians can buy cars once or twice in their lifetimes. So, if someone has bought a vehicle in the 2010 to 23 window, they cannot immediately upgrade it. There should be some kind of help. The concerned ministry should make the E10 fuel available for the older vehicles at the same price at the standard E20 petrol. The E10 petrol should be slowly phased out after a few years when the pre-2023 vehicles become too old to be on road. Another point of concern is the aggressive stance of the government towards its adoption. Government has mentioned that the countries like United States, Brazil have successfully implemented the ethanol blending program. Also, Brazil is serving E27 as standard fuel. But what they have not mentioned is, in Brazil, ethanol blending program was started in 1975. They have developed various versions of blended fuels and compatible engines in 50 years. The public and the manufacturers got the time to catch up with the technology. The Indians also deserve this chance. At last, I would like to say that I completely agree India needs a crude oil replacement to fight import dependence, foreign exchange depletion, and carbon emission. At the same time, we have to find a sustainable way to ensure that normal public do not suffer. Profits from ethanol blending should not be skewed towards ethanol producing industries. What is your opinion on this? Kindly comment below. Thank you for watching.